Well, welcome to Kentucky Derby Week. I'm Jill Byrne here at the Galt House and joined by Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith. Mike, you have experienced a lot of Kentucky Derbies, but just tell everybody out there what it's like to be in Louisville, Kentucky this time of year.
Well, right about now is when it really gets fun. You know, it's the night before the Oaks, and you've already got the forms come out. You know where everybody's post position is, and you've done your homework. You're going to do more tonight as you go up to bed this evening, and this is where it gets exciting. The hard part is the wait. So this is the nervous kind of part. Once we get in the jocks room, then things calm down and it's time to get to work.
But you don't get nervous anymore. You've won a Kentucky Derby. You've won every single race that there is. He is the winningest jockey in Breeders' Cup history. And Mike, I mean, you are as fit as anybody out there, any athlete. I know you work hard to do that. But so you have to have a little bit of fun this time of year, though, when you're here and all the activities that are going on in Louisville. You get to see everybody. I know, they ask a lot of your time.
It's good to see a lot of friends, but I tell you, I really don't. I mean, you try to stay away from the party stuff. That's for everyone else to have a good time. Right now, I gotta focus, and I got a job to do. So, we'll attend a few little functions early, and then get to bed early and get ready. Especially as you get older, you gotta get to bed a little earlier.
Well, let's take our viewers back through your Kentucky Derby win on Giacomo, because I think, it's just coming from your perspective when you're out there. What's the first thing when you walk out of that tunnel on that horse and My Old Kentucky Home starts playing?
Well, it's emotional. It really is. I mean, believe it or not, no matter how many times you've done it, as a matter of fact, I think the more you do it, the more emotional you get. Because, these opportunities don't come around very often. I've been very blessed, and I've ridden a lot of Kentucky Derbies, but each one and every one is special. Even when you don't run so well, at least he was part of it. This year we're going in with the favorite, probably Jill, and we're excited, man. This is probably one of the most exciting derbies I've felt, and for whatever reason, I'm just feeling that way, and I can't wait. Oaks and Derby, I'm feeling really good about both.
Mike will be aboard Justify, who is the favorite right now for Kentucky Derby 144. And just tell the fans out there a little something about Justify. Obviously he's only run 3 times, so he's kind of a baby heading into this, but what's something very special about him? You've been on so many good horses, Zenyatta, Holy Bull, just to name a few. What does Justify, how does he stand out?
Well, his looks his looks alone is just a beautiful, beautiful horse. If you got a chance to see him, he's gorgeous.
He's kind of a man among boys, this horse.
He really is, and nothing he does is ordinary. Everything seems to be extraordinary. He's just way above average in everything he does. If you just show him something simple, he comes back and he does it like it's just nothing. And not only does it, he just does it better than everyone else.
If you were comparing him to a sports athlete, like a pro sports athlete, who would he be? Is he like a Stephen Curry, somebody like that?
I'm usually pretty good at comparing horses, to professional athletes. He just does everything right. He aims to please. He would be he'd make the whole team better. He's just that kind of horse. He's just like I said, everything he does is above average. The thing that's really spectacular about him too is he's got a mind that goes with it. A lot of times you get one or the other. You get a horse that's extremely intelligent, but just doesn't have his kind of talent, or vice versa. He seems to have both, and when you get both together, it's that it factor that they call. No one really knows exactly what the it factor is, but I think that's a lot.
He has it.
Yeah, it's the talent and the mind to go with it. He knows the game. You show him one time, and he's got it.
I think a lot of people like to know, from a jockey's perspective, when you're out there riding these horses, you've got the crowd, loud noise coming from the crowd. Do you hear that, or are you just focused? Does the horse hear any of this?
You're so focused, honestly. There's noise, but you don't. It's just like a muffle. You're just so focused on what you're doing, especially when the race is running. You really don't even hear anything. I was blessed to win in 05, and to be honest with you, when I hit the wire, everything just went quiet. And this stuff just pops through your head. You as a little kid, your grandparents, your parents, and just everything pops, and all of a sudden the noise comes back. And it literally almost knocks you off your horse. So the noise is out there, but you're just so focused you just don't hear it.
And when you're coming back to that massive crowd cheering the winner as they come back, just tell also the fans that are watching a little bit about your background. You grew up riding in New Mexico and started that way.
wanted to be a linebacker when I was a kid in school, and seriously, I really did, and just never grew. I was so blessed that my grandparents, my uncle, my father, was in the industry, and they all loved horses, and I was athletic, but just wasn't big enough to play any of the physical sports, and loved riding, loved horses, and just really, really stuck with it, and went at it, and here we are. I've been blessed to. I think I rode my first Kentucky Derby when I was 17 years old.
Oh, wow, 17. Think of what 17-year-olds are doing right now. I mean, I don't think I know a 17-year-old that's focused enough to ride in a professional race of the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah, so we've gone way back. This will be my 24th, I think it is, Jill, that I've been blessed to ride. So I'd like to add another win to my resume. It would be amazing for me. At this point in my career, we're on the back end of it. So to go
I don't know about
this,
that. You say that, but you're in excellent shape. You've always, you ride some of the best horses in the world. You've earned such, the respect of the horsemen, the trainers, the fans, the owners, and everybody through this longevity. And just you've always been such a great spokesperson for the industry. How much does it mean to you just, being with the horses? I know that's your first love, is just the horse itself.
That's where it all. There's a point, you start because of the love of a horse. And you're young, and you get competitive, and I think you forget a little bit of that, as you're going through it. And then you get older, and all of a sudden it comes back 10 times more, the love for the horse. And I do this because I love riding race horses. I just love being around them, and I'm so blessed that I get these great opportunities. And if I did anything right when I was young, was take care of myself. I started really working out at a young age and stayed extra fit. I always worked hard at it, and it's paying off in the later years. So as long as my body will hold, I'll keep doing it.
Yeah, if you've ever seen his routine working out, I mean, this is football player stuff. I know you work out with some of the top athletes, and this is something, I mean, you're riding horses every day, but you're also working out to stay in shape, and you can't put all that too much muscle on because of the weight factor as a jockey.
You hire the right people, the people that know how to train you right, and there's something to it. I mean, you can gain weight because of muscle, of course, weighs more than even body fat. But once you learn how to control what you're doing in your body and what your intake is, and it's really not tough. It's just I think you're going to see more younger riders now really take up working out, because your longevity and if you're unfortunate to get hurt, when you're in great shape, you come back a whole lot quicker.
When you're riding a 1,000-pound animal underneath you at 40 miles an hour.
Gotta be strong. Gotta have light hands, but you also have to be strong when you need it.
What about any stories or anything you would want to tell people that are tuning into this tonight, or what to expect coming up in the next couple of days and the Kentucky Derby?
On what to expect, like I was talking to you earlier, Jill, about Justify, that he's a well above average horse. He really is. I know he's lacking experience, but if given an opportunity and he gets his chance to do what he could do, you could see something really special. He's that kind of horse. So I'm just praying that we get that chance, that he gets a chance to show who he is, and then I'm going to let him be who he is, and hopefully it's a whole lot of fun.
Any particular, just standout memory from all your years in this industry? I know Zenyatta was obviously a big part of your career, but anything else? I've
been blessed with so many. Since it's Derby time, I'll stick to Derby. I'll tell you about the first time I rode the Kentucky Derby. I'd never been in a cab before, and hustle a ride with some people to get to the track, and I didn't realize that normal people have to park about 10 miles away from the track. Could have walked from the airport. That's how far I had to walk. But I was so fortunate to meet Howard Cosell in the Jockey room at a young age. And people that don't know Howard Cosell, he's a legendary, he's a broadcaster, sportsman. And I got to ride back to the airport in a big old black car with Howard Cosell, and got to talk about Muhammad Ali and everything else that he loved. And it was just something that sticks out in my mind. And then, of course, getting the opportunity to win it on Giacomo at 50-1, one of the longest shots to ever win the Kentucky Derby for Mr. Moss and John Sherross. It's a life-changing experience. It truly is. It's your childhood dream come true.
Well, we certainly appreciate having you here tonight and being here at the Galt House. And lots of luck, Mike Smith, in Kentucky Derby 144 with Justify. He is one of the most incredible athletes you will ever meet, and just also one of the most incredible human beings. So everybody out there, make sure to root for Justify and Mike Smith. Bye everybody, and happy Derby.